Welcome to Austria and the Vienna Comic Con. What does it mean for you to be one of the star guests of this convention?
I'm very happy that I've been invited. Thank you for inviting me. I love Vienna. One of my best friends lives here and it's such a beautiful city. I've been here about 3-4 times. So hopefully I'll get to go to the Christmas market tomorrow. Other than meeting all the fans and being here, if I've got some time, I'd like to go to the Christmas market.
So you have been in Vienna before. What does mean Austria and Vienna for you?
Yeah, I've been 3-4 times, and it means a lot to me because I've got a lot of friends here. So it's like, it's a special city.
Have you ever played with your band here?
I played in Salzburg, not Vienna yet. Maybe next year when we've got the album release. So our next album comes out on the 1st of April, and it's called Tropical Gypsy. And so after we tour England on the 19th, we might do Europe. And hopefully Vienna.
You have been on many other conventions. What, in your opinion, are the differences between the conventions, and how would you talk about the Vienna Comic Con?
Well, I don't really know enough about the Vienna Comic Con yet. I've only been here an hour. But so far the people are lovely. I think what makes a convention different is, you know, how it's set up. You know what I mean? The volunteers that look after you. You know, their personality. The fans, obviously the weather as well. You know, if you go to it's all a bit different. But so far, I'm really enjoying this one.
Okay. There are always many cliches about other countries. Austrians often think that British people are very conservative and withdrawn.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yes. How would you describe yourself? Are you more British or more Spanish, like your parents?
I'm Spanish from the waist down, I'd say.
Okay. Now a little bit about Games of Thrones. What does it mean for you to be part of this great show?
It is an honour, an absolute honour. I can't believe that I'm in it. When I auditioned, I didn't know what I was... I mean, I hadn't read the books, but I knew it was going to be a cool series because it was HBO, but I didn't know it was going to be this, and it's incredible to be part of it.
What do you think makes Games of Thrones so special?
I think it's special because it's kind of got that kind of medieval, historical feel, you know, that kind of brutality of humanity and sex and death and, you know, that historical element mixed in with that fantasy. And it's all, I don't know, I think it's great. I think it surprises everyone. You never know who's going to win or what's going to happen. And the books are phenomenal. The worlds that he's created they really suck you in. Okay.
How difficult was it for you to play the nude scene?
The nude scene? I don't really have a problem with being nude. I mean, it depends who you're working with, but Alfie's awesome. Obviously, if it's a, you know, I don't know, this has never been me, but if you hated the actor or you felt uncomfortable in the crew, you know, or it's very cold, then maybe, but no, it was fine.
Do you have any special preparations for a role or for such situations like the nude one?
The nude one? No, you just do it. But for the role, it's different every time. Do you know what I mean? Like sometimes you go in different ways of how you found a character.
I don't think there are many persons who haven't seen Games of Thrones, but how would you describe your character to someone who have never seen the show?
She's a wildling, which means she's kind of wild and strong and feral, but she's got a heart of gold. That's it. Yeah.
Okay. Now another film where you played Harry Potter.
Yes.
You played Nymphadora. Now years have passed. How are you thinking now about your role and being part of this great film?
I haven't watched any of the ones I've been in so long. Like the last time, I've only ever watched the films that I've done once at the premiere. But I love Harry Potter, and every Christmas, around Christmas, I always watch one of the first four again, because they are just magic. And the fact that I've been part of it, I forget how amazing it is, and then you come to conventions and you realise that for fans it's still, you know, an incredibly important world, and it's like, wow, thank you.
Which house would you like to be in Harry Potter and why?
I always get asked this, and I think I'd be a different house depending on what week of the month it is. So just before I get my period, I'd be a Slytherin, and then it would go like that throughout the week, throughout the month.
And is there one very special for you? Or?
No, I'm all of them.
Okay. What are the biggest differences between playing in a film like Harry Potter or playing in a show like Games of Thrones?
There's a lot of similarities, actually. I mean, they're big productions, they're big units, big teams. And in fact, there's also little pockets of groups. You know, I was with David Thewlis and we were with the Order of the Phoenix. And in Game of Thrones, it's, you know, it's kind of Bran and Rickon and Hodor and the Starks. So there's actually quite a lot of similarities. I'd say that maybe the difference is that we're on location. You know, like when I did Harry Potter, I was in London. They filmed in the studio in London, so, you know, you just went home. Whereas Game of Thrones, you're in Belfast. It's kind of, there's a definite feel of working away from home, and you bond in a different way with people because you're away from friends and family.
Can you tell us something about your auditions and what have you been doing when you get the call that you get the role?
When I find out I get a role, I lose my shit. I get so excited, I run. I have to run. I have to just run because I can't sit still, and my boyfriend is like, just leave, go for a run. So I get very excited, and to celebrate, I usually buy some nice underwear, a bottle of Prosecco or a nice bottle of red wine, and a comic that I've been wanting to buy, you know, like a series. So that's what I would say is what I do. But sometimes now with the music, sometimes when I find out about a role, I can't get as excited because it might mean there's a conflict with the band. So it's changed a little bit recently. For the auditions, which audition would you want to know about?
Both Harry Potter and...
Well, the Harry Potter one, I didn't know what I was doing. And I was doing a play somewhere else, and I had to get a train, do an audition, and then get back before we started. So I was so nervous that I was going to miss the play that I wasn't fully concentrated on the first audition. And I didn't really know what Harry Potter was, and it was terrible. But my agent was like, they really like you for some reason. Can you go back and read the books and actually do the homework? And I did it, and I got that one. And Osher, I'd just been to a festival playing with a band, and I read what they sent me, and I was like, I think this person kind of is very in nature. I didn't know she was a wildling, but I thought, so I got like this weird dress, and I had like some ivy, and I think I had some handcuffs. I don't know, I got really into it. I really enjoyed it.
Okay, seems nice. What are your next projects?
My next projects are, at the moment I'm doing, so acting-wise, I'm doing promotion for Super Bob, talking about Super Bob, which is a new film that came out. But actually, the main thing that's just happened to me is I've just finished everything that I need to do on my next album, which is really exciting. It's done. It's now getting mixed. I finished last Sunday, and now we're about to start our UK tour, and that takes us to Christmas. And then maybe there might be potentially some acting work in January and February, but if not, then I start building up for the tour, which is the big UK tour to release the new album.
Okay. And last questions. Where do you see yourself in 10 years? More the actor or more the musician?
I have no idea about that. I mean, I hope I'm still alive, frankly. Like, life's pretty dangerous. It does tend to kill everyone. So if I'm alive, I don't know. I don't even know what country I'd be in. Sometimes I'm like, do I want to live in Spain, you know, or do I want to stay in London? So at the moment, I can't see my future at all. Hopefully it'll be good.